When he came from the cave, trembling with fear from an angel's embrace, she never gave up comforting him, she never gave up assuring him. When all of those who held him close turned away and became his foes, she never gave up believing in him, she never gave up trusting in him. When outside his home he was ridiculed, his followers were tortured, his enemies were cruel. She never gave up reassuring him, she never gave up defending him. Now that she was gone, his heart would only mourn. She was the one who always held on when times were rough and things went wrong. When in his arms she breathed her last, his name was the word she whispered at last. La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. Khadija bint Khuwaylid radiyallahu anha, the wife of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. This story has been taken from the book The Great Women of Islam by Mahmoud Ahmad and has been reviewed for authenticity by Luqmay's Sharia Advisory Board. Assalamu alaikum kids, this is Shirbaz Khan and I'm about to tell you a story about Khadija bint Khuwaylid. Let's begin. In years gone by, when Makkah was just a vast land of hot desert sand, there rested amongst several old stone houses a spacious 5-roomed house. This house belonged to a wealthy trader, Khadija bint Khuwaylid, the mother of all Muslims. Just a few houses away from Khadija's home lived the tribal chief's daughter, Jamil. Jamil and her friend had come to see the exquisite trade goods from Khadija's caravan. They stood outside her house, wearing silky gowns and heavy gold bangles. They banged the door loud and hard, but no one answered the door.
Looks like she's off to that old egghead cousin of hers again. What's his name now? Ah, yes, Waraka.
Well, her husband Mohammed has been out a lot lately as well. I have heard he hasn't returned for a week now.
I always wonder why Khadija chose to marry that poor shepherd instead of all the rich nobles ready to spread their wealth at her feet.
Jamil, you know very well our Khadija has never been after money. She's an honorable woman, and Muhammad may not have all the gems and jewels, but he is the most honest and trustworthy man you could find in the whole of Arabia.
Khadija often visited her old cousin Waraka, who was a knowledgeable scholar and could tell the meanings of dreams. Khadija once had a dream about a glowing bright sun entering into her house. Waraka told her that the glowing bright sun in her dream meant that a prophet would enter into her house, as promised in the old scriptures of God. Many times her husband, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to tell her things he saw in his dreams, only to find them coming true the very next day. The sun had set, and darkness filled the house. Another day had gone by, but Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam had not returned. Khadija was now very worried. Khadija jumped at the sudden loud knocking at the door. Quick as a wink, she unbolted the door, seeing her husband standing at the threshold. "Wrap me up! Wrap me up!" Muhammad stammered and shivered. Khadija grabbed the blankets off the straw mattress and wrapped them around him. She waited by his side, holding his hand firmly. For a long time, Muhammad had been visiting the narrow cave of Hira, all alone by himself. Khadija knew in her heart that something strange and special was going on with her husband. And so, even though she always wanted to be around him, she would let him spend some time alone in that cave, where he found peace. The man grabbed him and squeezed him. Muhammad gasped as all of the air left him. "Read," commanded the man again. "I don't know how to." The man squeezed him again, so hard that Muhammad thought he would die this time. "Read!" The man's voice vibrated inside him. "What should I read?" said Muhammad. "Read in the name of your Lord, who created humans from a clot. Read, and your Lord is the most generous." Muhammad gulped in air as the man released him, and the words settled in his heart. As soon as the man let go of him, Muhammad fled to the cave, running down the mountains to his home.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق خلق الإنسان من علق اقرأ وربك الأكرم الذي علم بالقلم علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم.
Khadija felt goosebumps on her arms as Muhammad told her what had happened. "I'm afraid something will happen to me now," Muhammad said in a quiet voice. She looked into her husband's eyes and saw confusion and fear in them. "No, never," Khadija said with absolute firmness. "Allah will never let anything bad happen to you, Muhammad. You are kind to your relatives, the most honest, helper of the poor, extremely generous with your guests, and there to support those suffering during difficult times. Come on now. I know someone who can help us," said Khadija. Waraka sat at his long desk, tapping his fingers on the desk out of anticipation, as he listened to Prophet Muhammad ﷺ's account of what had happened in that cave. The man you saw in the cave was no doubt the leader of the angels, Jibreel, the same who was sent to Prophet Musa. This means only one thing. You are the chosen one. You are the prophet promised to us in our holy scriptures. Waraka exclaimed, his eyes dancing with excitement and wonder. But beware, this mission is not for the faint of heart. It will turn your close ones into your enemies. I wish I was young to defend you when your people will drive you out. He sighed sadly. Will they drive me out? Muhammad asked in disbelief. Waraka nodded his head grimly. And at that very moment, Khadija caught her husband's eye, and in the flickering shadows casted by the dim oil lamp, the same thought crossed both their minds. Their life was about to change in unimaginable ways. However, Khadija's life took a turn when the people started to get angry at Muhammad when he asked them to leave the worship of their stone idols. All those who respected and honored her before now started to harm and threaten her family to stop them from spreading the truth. Who was throwing these stones in Khadija's house? Did Khadija and her family get injured? To find out, watch the rest of the story on our website, Luqmay.com.